Hello, I'm Marcus V. Calvert, and welcome to Tales Unlimited, Anthologizer, episode 15. Supposed to be called Unleash Me Part 3. Yeah, Unleash Me Part 3. Um, the story stuck, sorta. Um, it was supposed to be a superhero who takes down an indestructible, or seemingly indestructible, android shell, grabs the AI and tries to redeem it, change it around, make him a good guy or something. And then he gets taken down, and it's begging him to unleash me, as like the title and all that. And I made a mistake. I was so wrapped up in my novel yesterday, I didn't start writing it. I didn't tax my subconscious when I went to sleep. That's my system. Start on it the night before, even a little bit. Go to sleep, let your brain work on it, wake up, bang. So I started cold, and it hurt. It it wasn't as smooth as I liked, but then I picked up steam because this is my most creative time of the day, the morning, and I salvaged it. Experience, I guess, telling stories. So let's see how to go. I told it from the perspective of a guy in a hospice. He's dying of cancer. Excuse me. Mm. He's I gotta flesh out his background, but this is one of those stable killers. He's a freelancer, did work for Uncle Sam, not too guilty of anything, not too trying to, find God or anything like that. They pick the perfect guy for this. And it's like, look, we'll copy your mind out of your dying body and put it in this badass android shell. And you kill for us. It has perks. Being like, okay, fine. And you kill for them. And the idea was, okay, you're the first prototype for more, like maybe thousands of agents. And someone gets wind of this on Capitol Hill and cuts their funding. Project dies. And they're like, well, screw that, man. We're an unnamed agency and we're going to do this. And they had like a two-stage process. Step one, they had this AI, which rivaled person of interest machine, or any like a God's Eye and Fast and Furious. You basically had like a threat matrix that could find threats, compile them, stack them. They went further with it because this thing could actually, like, okay, what are all possible threats to the nation, to our allies, to the world, break through all firewalls, not leave a trace, and it just checks 24/7. Foreign and domestic, what are the threats? And then their analysts will go, okay, we need to act on that. Okay, we tip people off here, but we got to handle these because they're too twisted, messy, complicated. We can't trust anyone else to do this. Send the asset. And they send this guy. And this guy would go off and he'd do whatever needed to be done. And he did it without complaint. And his AI body had all these cool gadgets built in that just made his job easy. I mean, child's play in most cases. Then fast forward, uh there's his family. Husband, investigative reporter who's looking into the agency or rumors about this ghost agency, and some kids. One of them's adopted. You're sent in, you kill everybody except the adopted kid who has superhuman DNA. And I mean, he literally looks right at you when you shoot everyone else. I mean, he's wearing his parents' blood, his adopted parents' blood. And you ask for a ruling on whether or not to kill this kid, and they say, I give him a pass. I mean, hey, this guy might turn into a superhero. We could use more of him. Fine. You let him live. And they try to figure out who his parents were, if he was connected, anything. They found nothing on him. And this kid ends up in a foster home for about a month. Then he runs away because his power is manifested due to the trauma. He basically is like a different street version of Magneto. It starts off, okay, I can repel and attract, that I can make magnetic strands and swing around the city like Spider-Man or Tarzan. Then I can He builds his power from the ground up, and he gets stronger and stronger as he gets older and older, and he doesn't bother with a secret identity. He lives off the streets, and he basically kicks the crap out of bad guys, saves the innocent, and if there's money floating around, he'll just grab some and cover his bills. And eventually this group called the Frontliners, they find him and they're like, huh, we we look for talent, aspiring heroes for next generation, stuff like that. We like you, and they recruit this kid. Meanwhile, you're keeping tabs on him. You're actually like, wow, I'm kind of a fan. I let you live. Look at you, and you'll never find me. Ha ha ha! You'll never get your revenge. Even if you try, I can kick your ass any day of the week. Well, here's the thing that killer didn't understand. The kid has magnetic powers, but he also is a super genius. And when these frontliners find him and their telepaths look into his head to make sure he's sane and he hasn't killed anybody, they're like, "Whoa, this kid! Hey, super geniuses, grab a telepath. I'm going to basically transfuse your decades of experience into this little boy's head." Oh, and that's when things get interesting. Oh, yes. And I got to flesh out the story, but yeah, this one's going into unheroic. So the only thing that's going to change is the name of the story. It's going to go from Unleash Me to Unleash Him based on the ending. It's actually the last two words of the story, Unleash Him. And yeah, it has a true unheroic touch to it. Because in a way, the unlikely hero is this killer who's killing for this ghost agency who has saved the world. But his methods are despicable. And this kid tries to stop him. And I'll stop there. All right, I'm Marcus V. Calvert, and this is Tales Unlimited Anthologizer, episode 15. Um, I have nothing yet for the next story, but it's going to be from the Book of Schemes. So expect it to be dark, sneaky, and diabolical. See you tomorrow.